I wanted to tell a story looking at my own experiences and set it in this world that is, very specific, but ultimately really universal. There's a lot that we have in common, and I just want people to recognize that and see themselves in the story and in the characters.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I am doing great. This is your feature film debut.
Sure is.
Here at Sundance.
Yeah.
What first sparked your desire to make this film?
Probably I have a personal connection to the film. When I was a teenager, I had a relationship with an older man, and I wanted to explore that. And then it was I spent time in Oklahoma and met a group of women from a fundamentalist community, and at first was like, oh, we're so different, like their beliefs are so different from my own, but just in terms of their attitudes towards sexuality. And then I realized how much we had in common in terms of like attitudes towards your body and female shame and seeking approval in men, like to feel good about yourself. There's so much that we have in common, and spending time with them just made me reflect on my own relationship, made me realize the guilt that I had felt, and so I decided that I wanted to tell a story looking at my own experiences and set it in this world that is, very specific, but ultimately really universal. There's a lot that we have in common, and I just want people to recognize that and see themselves in the story and in the characters.
Absolutely. Now, what made Eliza and Lewis right for the roles, and how did you approach this difficult relationship on screen?
Yeah, so Eliza, I saw her in Sharp Objects when I was writing Starling Girl, and I was like, I saw her and I was like, who is that? Like, she's exactly the kind of person I want in my film. Like, she can straddle lightness and darkness really well, which is really important for this character. And she also just has one of those faces that, like, when you see, if she's staring at a wall, you're like, I'm captivated. And Lewis, I met with him, and he's just like a really good heart and really charismatic person. And I didn't want this character to be like obviously skeezy and like creepy. Like, I wanted, you experience the relationship through her eyes, and so sometimes, when she's attracted to him, like, we're gonna want what she wants because we're with her. And so I wanted the audience to be able to go along on that ride, and having someone like Lewis, who is naturally charismatic, can bring the audience in too. And in terms of like the nuances of the relationship, really my credo throughout the whole film was we're always with Eliza's character. The film is entirely told through her perspective. So we're gonna want what she wants, and that's how, and we experience what she experiences, and so that's how you navigate that trickiness, I think, is just staying in her perspective.
And finally, what was your biggest takeaway from the Sundance experience? Getting to make this film?
Like going through the labs?
Yes,
and
exactly.
I think the biggest thing that I took away so many things. I think one of my favorite things about working on this film was being welcomed into their family. They're so incredibly supportive. Like, that's rare with institutional support, but they really walk the walk and always gave us mentorship, always gave us notes. They watched cuts. They helped us find our financing. Like, I feel so grateful that I'm a part of the family. And they're wonderful people too. So
I cannot wait to watch this now. So
Thank you. Nice to meet you.